Motorcycles coming up a big hill now. A couple guys having a good time here at Lost Trails. Well, we made it to the top of the world at Lost Trails, and Chris Novak joins us right now. We're taking a little break. And Chris, first of all, talk about Lost Trails. Where are you located and what's it all about?
All right, Lost Trails is a 2,000-acre ATV park. It's located in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. We have all kinds of terrain here, and it varies from beginner stuff that's easy for everybody to ride to the more extreme stuff, which got us here today, to the top of the world.
So what's great if you're just out with your buddies, maybe some dirt bikes?
Okay, for the more extreme stuff, there isn't as much as there is for the whole family, but what there is available is extreme runs that would contain of elevation changes and super gnarly terrain that would consist of boulders and rocks that you got to bounce your way all the way over to get to the same destination. So you can also meet up at one of the focal points like Top of the World here. Also, for the dirt bikes, we have single track, and the single track is designated dirt bike only trails in which where your group can actually have mini races against each other throughout the different sections, and those stretch in each corner of the park as well. All of our green trails that are located throughout the park that go to all of the four corners of our property, those are the best trails, which are the least difficult for an entire family to ride, where even a 90cc ATV can make it all the way out here, and then it's fun for everybody as well, even on the bigger machines.
So when you come to Lost Trails, you just never know if you're standing in the middle of a trail, what's going to happen. Maybe like a motorcycle jumping over your head. Okay, Paul, that was a little close. So now we're at the tunnel, Chris. What's cool about this?
Okay, the tunnel was created back in the 1800s when there was still coal available on the mountains, and what it was a part of the Gravity Railroad. Total blackness inside, so headlights are recommended, or at least have headlights riding right directly behind you. Like we said earlier, it's about 800 foot long, so in the dead center of it, it is pure blackness, and you can't tell where the sidewalls are, so you're gonna want some illumination with you. Woo!
So one of the favorite rest areas is at the lake.
Yeah, it's one of the two lakes that are on the property, and it's a favorite destination for everybody to stop basically halfway through the day and have their lunch. It's a pretty scenic overlook. What we have on the property is a little bit of everything. We don't have wide open drag strips or anything like that. It's all rough and tumble type terrain, and what it does is basically you'll be tested as you go, and it gets more difficult the higher you climb up the mountain, but you get rewarded with our destinations.
So we know it's really easy to find inside North American Warhorse in Dunmore. Once you go in and sign up, what's the process after that?
That's right. It's super simple to sign in. All you need to do is fill out your liability waiver. It's one piece of paper. We keep you on file forever after that, so you only have to do it the one time. And you don't need any registration or insurance. It's recommended, but it's not mandatory.
So at Lost Trails, you have special rides and special events. Do you have some coming up, and what's the future look like?
Yeah, we have several of them. Coming up, we have in June, we do a Father's Day celebration. In September is our biggest event of the year. It's what we call Bras for a Cause, and it's our breast cancer awareness. And in October, we have our Customer Appreciation Day, where we buy everybody lunch, and everybody gets a discounted ride for the day.
So if people want to go off for a ride for a great day, either families or with my buddies, or even get involved with those special events, how do they find Lost Trails?
We're available on the internet at ridelosttrails.com, and you can find us on Facebook under the same name, and then we're also available on Instagram.
All right, we're talking Cannondales now with Stefan from Cannondale. This is a pretty sick bike here. Tell us about this.
Thank you very much, Aaron. This is the Quick Neo. It's a new bike for Cannondale. It is a pedal assist bike. It has three modes: economy, normal, and high. Range on economy is 55 miles. Range on high is 35 miles. So when you're riding it, you just put it in pedal assist, and as you're pedaling along, the motor assists how much effort you're putting in. So it's really great if you're commuting, trying to get around, and don't want to get all sweaty and stuff like that.
So you don't have to actually use the motor at all, really?
Correct. You can actually turn the motor off and pedal it manually just like a regular bike. And of course, it's pretty fun to have that on high and have that pedal assist.
I was just going to ask you the other end of the spectrum. I mean, you could really just sit back and relax and just have it do all the work for you?
Exactly. Well, kinda. You still have to pedal it. Right. It's not a throttle, it's not a button where it's just doing all the work for you. You still have to pedal it. So if you still want to get a good workout, just turn it to manual or economy mode, and you still got to put the effort to pedal the bike.
How about any other special features or anything we should know about it?
Great. The front wheel or both tires are reflective sidewalls for some visibility in low light conditions or if you're on the road. You have hydraulic disc brakes, which are really great for consistent braking feel in any condition, wet or dry. You also have really nice color and graphics, so it's pretty stylish. And with that head unit too, you can dial adjust the power that you're getting right on the fly with the thumb control.
Cool. So with the weather getting better now, this could be a great option for going to work and not having to drive, right?
Oh my gosh, it'd be perfect. There's actually mounts to put panniers on here too, so you can put saddlebags and stuff, so you can carry some things with you, your lunch, or maybe a jacket if you need it. It has a front suspension also, just in case you hit a pothole or get some rough surface, it can save you. And it'll just basically do a little bit of everything. Take it to the shore with you, ride on the rail trail, and have that little pedal assist.
Very cool. All right, Stefan, this is a really, really sleek, cool looking bike. What is this?
Thanks. This is our new Cannondale Jekyll Carbon 2. This is basically our full, almost downhill bike park. This is the perfect bike if you are daydreaming about jumping off stuff, launching off stuff, going to a mountain bike park and riding the ski lift and then racing downhill as fast as you can. This is your bike.
Tell me about the tires.
So this is a 27.5 wheel, and you'll see these tires though are really aggressive, really meaty. They are meant to have ideal traction in loose, steep conditions.
Okay, and how about the comfort?
This bike is actually incredibly comfortable because it has a front and rear suspension. It actually has a really neat feature with the Gemini shock that we have own the patent for. So on the switch of a lever, you can be 130 mils of travel, and then the drop of the lever, you can be 165 mils of travel. So in short, it's less travel for when you just want to pedal around and still enough to soak up the bumps and be playful. And then when you really need it, you can have a lot longer travel for your downhill and your big jumps.
Really cool stuff. And so both of these bikes you can actually get at Sickler's?
Yep, it's a really key difference. Sickler's is a really great partnership for Cannondale, and they're really key in making sure that our bikes are dialed and ready to go for all the riders, regardless of kids' bikes to these full-on downhill style bikes.
Perfect. So if you want to come by and maybe take a ride on one of these bikes, you can check out Sickler's in Clark Summit or here in Kingston.
Next on the Great Outdoors, let's go kayaking on the Susquehanna River. Plus, we'll check out how you can become a member at the Cabin.